Scott Kimball is a notorious serial killer who manipulated the FBI for years while acting as an informant, all the while preying on victims. He was sentenced to 70 years in prison in 2009 after pleading guilty to 4 murders between 2003 and 2004 in Colorado, although his actual number of victims could be far higher, potentially between 21 and up to 45-50 killings according to his own admissions to law enforcement and attorneys. Kimball's criminal history began in his youth with repeated frauds and infiltrations into the criminal justice system by acting as an informant to deflect blame from himself and implicate others. In 2001, while imprisoned for check fraud in Alaska, Kimball befriended his cellmate Steve Ennis, involved in a drug case. He cunningly convinced Ennis that he had powerful connections to get the drug charges dismissed and planted a murder-for-hire plot narrative involving Ennis. Based on this, Kimball was granted confidential informant status, transferred to a lower security prison, and later released. Kimball then preyed on vulnerable women connected to his targets. His primary victim was Jennifer Markham, Ennis's girlfriend and a stripper, whom Kimball manipulated Ennis into giving him access to. Under the pretense of helping Markham leave stripping, Kimball isolated her and eventually murdered her by 2003. Around that time, he also killed Leanne Emery, another stripper, and confessed to killing Casey McLeod, who vanished in 2003. Even in 2004, Kimball killed his own uncle, Terry Kimball. Kimball skillfully fed the FBI breadcrumbs, such as being the last person seen with some victims, which he put in case files to build trust and mislead investigators. The FBI did not suspect him as the perpetrator for years due to his apparent cooperation and ability to manipulate their records. The turning point came in 2006 when victim family members pressed the FBI to investigate their informant. Eventually, Kimball was arrested for fraud in 2006, and while imprisoned, the FBI built a murder case against him, leading to his conviction in 2009. Throughout investigations, Kimball continued to manipulate law enforcement by selectively sharing information, maintaining control over the narrative, and causing immense frustration for agents like former FBI Special Agent Johnny Grusing, who described Kimball as enjoying the game of deceiving the FBI, while remaining the only person who knew the truth about the victims. Grusing stayed engaged with Kimball for 15 years, trying to recover remains and secure justice. Despite Kimball confessing to many murders, several victims' remains, including Jennifer Markham's, were never found. Kimball himself admitted to being opportunistic, dubbing himself the opportunity killer, indicating that he killed when the chance arose. He differed from other serial killers by turning his informant status into a tool for his crimes, creating an unprecedented case where someone essentially used federal law enforcement resources to facilitate and cover up multiple murders. Summary of how Kimball tricked the FBI while preying on victims. Became an informant through cunning manipulation of a fellow inmate's drug case and fabricated murder-for-hire plot. Used informant status as cover to commit murders over several years while providing misleading evidence and insights to FBI agents. Targeted vulnerable women, strippers Jennifer Markham, Leanne Emery, Casey McLeod, connected to his criminal network. Fed false information and breadcrumbs to law enforcement to maintain trust and evade suspicion. Continued to manipulate FBI agents during imprisonment by sharing cryptic clues but withholding key facts. Exploited FBI trust to conceal the scope of his killings, complicating recovery of victims' remains and delaying justice. Played a psychological game, enjoying control over FBI investigations and frustrated agents. Ultimately revealed as a cold-blooded serial killer amidst long-standing service as a federal informant. This case is notable for its unprecedented betrayal of the FBI by one of its own informants and highlights vulnerabilities in informant management systems within law enforcement agencies. Please don't forget to share this video, like it, and subscribe for more. Thanks.